Before we dive into your career and into what you do, it's really interesting that you moved to the US because it's quite a bold move. So, was it something that you kind of always dreamed of doing, or what was the reason behind it, or why did you do that?
The reason behind it was as a teenager, I started teaching dance very early. And, it was way before YouTube. And actually, when YouTube came around, there was one video that caught my eye, and that was in a dance studio in LA. So I told myself when I turn 18, I will move there. I want to go to that same studio. So it was a little bit bold of me to make it happen, but I did. And that was the main reason behind me moving
That's
to the States.
that's really cool that one video can like change
Yeah.
literally your life or the whole career trajectory if you say it that way.
Yeah. And I think YouTube must have had less than, I don't know, maybe in the thousands of videos, not more.
Mhm.
So it was
Yeah.
probably first, second year of YouTube. Yeah.
But you make it sound like you just moved there, but it's not just the move. It's like literally moving across the whole world. So, were you scared? Were you excited? Both, or what did you feel like?
So I think my mom was freaking out because I'm an only child too.
Especially
um,
when you are 18, it's still quite young to
yes.
move so far away.
Yes. I made it sound like, oh, I'll be back in a few months. But deep down, I knew it was not going to be a few months. So I just gave my parents another reason to travel. That was it. But it was
Mhm,
it was scary. I mean, I was a teenager in a foreign country, still learning the language as well. But I
mhm.
moved with a work study program set in place. So, in a way, you kind of move to a determined place where you're going to be surrounded by others doing the same thing as you. So it was great. It was a great experience and shaped me to who I am.
And when you actually landed, when you are there for the first time, it reminds me of these, let's say, American movies when you've got big expectations. So, were your expectations met? Was it different? What were first impressions like?
I remember freezing at the airport and saying, "Oh,
I
okay, it
made it.
happened. I made it. Jet lagged. What do I
Mm,
do now? This is too big." I understand English. I can get by, but I didn't want to open my mouth because I was scared I was going to say things wrong and everything.
yeah.
But it was, yes, I think I was actually listening to a soundtrack, and I must have had the spinning iPod. Is that what it
Oh,
was?
oh wow, yeah. Back in the day, I'm
Back in the
not sure
day,
if the
yes.
audience still remembers, but that's what used to be.
Yes. You can only fit, I don't know, maybe 200 songs in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And for how long did you then stay in the US?
I then stayed for 3 years. I moved back home, and then I actually waited to get a job offer that brought me back to the States 4 years after that. And then I
Oh,
stayed
yeah.
for over 10 years.
Oh wow, that's a long time. And then you said that
Yeah.
you got back to Spain again. So what was then the reason to come back again?
LA can be a little bit consuming. Also, I mean, I being in the dance industry, it was basically wake up at 7 a.m., go to ballet class, dance all day in different ways. Okay, you do your training, then you have auditions to go to, so you have to take the bus like to the middle of the city where it's maybe three different buses that you have to go there.
Mm.
Way before Google Maps as well. So
Oh,
we're talking
like,
about.
Nadia with the physical map there somewhere.
Exactly. You study. Okay, now I have to get this bus. Now I have to get this bus. And then, after that, I did a lot of what I wanted to do. I was young. My knees could handle it too, dancing all day. You were up until maybe midnight, dancing all day, sweating, and you would probably have in your stomach two coffees and
Yeah,
maybe a
not
sandwich.
not the healthiest, right?
No, so it really got to me. it was time to
Hmm.
maybe just come back, reset. And I was working on a project, so it finally came along, and I was able to go back to the US and smoothly. So after that, life was a lot calmer.
Yeah, and I can imagine it's very competitive as well, especially
Yes.
in LA, isn't it?
Yes. And I can only imagine it's times 100 now.
Mm, yeah,
Because social media must have done its good work and probably made thousands and thousands of people move there because of that. So, yeah.
mhm. And in Spain, are you actually from any of the big cities or from countryside or what's the place that you live in?
So, I'm from the Balearic Island, from Mallorca. So, you can imagine I lived
Oh,
in an island my entire life. I land in LA. Woo!
now I guess people don't understand why would you live such a beautiful place, beach every day, beautiful weather, isn't it?
Yeah, I went from palm trees to palm trees, so that helped
Yeah.
me. That
Mhm.
helped me a lot.
But I'm sure that it's a beautiful change because I can partially relate to myself as I live in London, but I come from a village from different countries. So always
Hmm.
when you go back or you travel, for example, to visit your parents, it's really such a big change and just a beautiful refresh and a way how to recover.
Don't you appreciate home though when you go back?
Yeah, I do actually. I of course I was kind of both scared and excited to move away, but as I'm here, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to compare it to LA, but it feels a bit like rushed, and you want to get stuff done. But when you go back home, it's calmer, slower, and it's much different.
Yes. It made me appreciate the tiny island I'm from, so
Hmm.
I recommend
And
it.
yeah, I'm not. I've never visited. I've been only to Madrid, but I heard only positive things, of course, about Mallorca, how
Yeah.
beautiful it is, and everything. So it's definitely on my list as well.
Nice. Well, you're welcome here anytime.